Hey guys, so this is day 2 of a 2 tournament weekend. It was a little bit smaller than the last tournament, but it was still a good competition. So let's get into it. So straight off, I've never played this guy before, but I've seen him at lots of the tournaments. We get started here, go straight to the corner. Both get our grips, so we're at 50-50 here. Both playing righty, just feeling each other out. Get a nice little foot sweep there. Now from this angle, it doesn't look like I get him turned over quite enough, but the referee goes ahead and calls it. There you can see Lazari working a little bit of groundwork, but I don't have anything, so the referee just stands us up. And they do review the call here, so that's what they're doing, is they're checking to see if it was a Wazari, and they go ahead and say it is. But generally you want to break 90 degrees, so it might have been that his back foot kicking over is what they were looking for, or something along those lines. Anyway, so we're back into the corner again. I'm trying to push him out of bounds, see if I can get a penalty. What he was trying to shoot there was an Uchimata, but I was moving the wrong direction for it. So you can see it causes it to get stuffed, and he kind of loses his balance. I'm able to just roll him over. And I immediately go straight for the armbar, just in case they don't want to count that one. Because with some new rules that came out, I thought they weren't counting those roll-throughs anymore, but for whatever reason, that one counted as well. With this match, I didn't get the beginning of it, but it was also a fairly quick match. Caught a big Uranagi, just suplexed him. As you can see here, his hand is actually stuck inside his sleeve. Pretty unlucky. So he was trying to bail, get to the ground, get safe, but I was able to keep him up off the ground and just throw him backwards. That was an opponent and made a short match. My next opponent here is the guy I played twice yesterday, and now we go straight to the corner. Of course, the grip fighting, just like yesterday's tournament. I'm getting posted up in the armpit. I was kind of trying to stretch him out there and see if I could turn him over on his own throw, but to no avail. Part of the reason we're sliding like that too is so just to try to get the grip and to stay on the outside of the person. He gets his high grip, and I'm starting to post out on his hip, as you can see. And the referees are looking at that, and they're probably thinking it's overly defensive, which, to be fair, that is a fair penalty. And, yep, that penalty is for posting on the hip. And it's just because I'm not being aggressive, I'm not moving and attacking, I'm just sitting there waiting. So, picked it up a little bit, tried to get a throw, see what I could get. Kind of go back through that as soon as I get my grips. This time I get my right hand on, shoot a Tayatoshi, and then go into kind of another Tayatoshi. I think if I would have dropped my hips a little lower, I might have been able to pull that off. Here he hits a Sumigaeshi, but because he wasn't able to control my shoulder with his big over-the-top grip, he wasn't able to finish it. That might have been a bail throw for him, but it looked pretty good. The timing wasn't too bad. Just playing some patty cake for a little bit. Both trying to catch each other's right hand and control the sleeve. So we got double sleeve grips. And here I'm not too uncomfortable. I don't have a ton of attacks that I can hit, and he's playing pretty defensively, just trying to get the ref to call mate so we can reset. So my goal here is to attack enough to make him look overly defensive. And there, again, he didn't really have the grips for that throw, so it's more to get a reset than it was to really throw, probably. Now he's got his over-the-top grip, looking for his big throw. Now I'm not posting on the hip quite as much this time. I'm more in the armpit. I'm waiting for him, and he's starting to switch. Not committing to any of those though. Get another uranagi, just taking him over the top. And it's once I grab the hip that's really an option. It is kind of a dangerous thing to do though, like I said yesterday. You don't really want to go the direction of the throw when you're trying to counter. So they went ahead and scored that at half a point. So I'm up. Again, we're in the same position in the same spot. There, what I was trying to do is just pull his leg up with my leg and see if I could get an easy turn out of him. But he wasn't in deep enough to where that would work. A nice attack on him, but without that second grip, it can be pretty hard to finish some of those. He just stands up on my triangle attempt. Now, with the match starting to come to a close here, he's going to need to start attacking more to either give me penalties or to even up the match so we can go to golden score or for him to win. And here I'm starting to post again on the hip. But I haven't really been attacking because I'm up, so the referee will end up giving me a stalling warning here. So if I get another Shido, I'll be disqualified, knowing that he's coming on a lot stronger. But I'm able to use that to hit this drop knee Seoinage. I'm able to do that because his left hand is posted on my lapel, but I had my right hand on his lapel. Worked out really well. People were like, why didn't you do that sooner? Because it wasn't open sooner. So otherwise I would have tried. So this match is the final. And I got to see this guy play earlier, and I knew he could gas out if I played it to the end. So here I'm trying to move him to the border or to the edge, trying to get a penalty or get him to pressure back into me to hit off my attacks. But there you can see I almost get a foot sweep on him. Just barely catch it, and that's because he was just circling to the outside there, but my grips weren't such that I was able to finish it. And around here, he's going to hit his own move. The Tayatoshi is what it looks like. Now, he is playing me lefty as well, so I'm keeping that in mind, and that's actually not too bad for me. Referee calls mate. Now, this is confusing to me because he gives a stall penalty to me. Now, generally that's if you're not attacking for 40 seconds minimum, and it's a little bit of ref discretion there. But I did have an attack, and my attack was before his attack. So how we both didn't end up with that same warning, I'm not really sure how that works, or why it was just me that was given one. Now here I kind of rub my leg, you'll see, and I heard the referee talking about giving him a penalty for kicking. Now the reason that would come up is because he's doing what looks like a foot sweep, but there's no off balance, and so it's kind of a false attack, and they're just kicking your leg. There was a nice attack by him. I managed to spin out of it. I don't know how, but that was a nice attack. But you'll see with the foot kicking some more here in a little bit. So I'm picking up the pace, trying to not get another stall warning on it, and also to get him to the edge, because the more I get him close to the edge, the more he's pushing. And there I get a second stall warning anyway. Now he did have an attack, so that one makes a little more sense. So here, like I said, picking up the pace, trying not to get Shidoed out, because one more penalty and I get disqualified.
60-kilogram quarterfinal.
Almost get another foot sweep, but he's able to belly down. That was real nice. I think I accidentally caught him with a knee in that little exchange. And like I said, I know he's getting tired, so I'm trying to keep the pace up to some degree. And here I shoot another Tomonagi just to get another attack off. They give him a penalty for overly defensive. So that's his first penalty. There he shoots a foot sweep, and there's another kick. You can see it didn't really do anything, just kicks. Almost hop around on an Osotogari, trying to get my crucifix position, but he's able to just stand up, and the referee calls mate. Now here I'm going to save you some of the pain that I had to go through. There is a penalty in judo for taking way too long to fix your belt and your gi before to continue the match, because guys will use this to rest. Now here is maybe a textbook example of taking too long to fix your gi, because he's slowly sitting there stuffing it in. Then he decides, oh, I'm going to untie my belt and retie it. This takes a solid minute to do, and the referee constantly telling him, hey, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. But they don't give him a penalty. That one was a little mind-blowing to me. I have no idea how he didn't get a penalty in that situation. People have been given that penalty for much, much less. But here I'm getting desperate. We're in the last probably 30 seconds of the match. He gets a nice attack off. It looks like it's a Osotogari or Osoto Atoshi. Gets the Wazari. Definitely well earned on that one. And when you have the two penalties, you have to play different, because it really forces you to be more aggressive and take more risks, because you don't want to get another one, and there's a lot of penalties for being inactive or not being aggressive. So I'm just taking whatever shots I can get, and also I'm down in this now, so it's really forcing me to have to take more risks, and he's able to be more defensive. Now for him, there might have been a good time to pretend to be more active on the ground, waste some time, because like I said, we're coming up here on the end real quickly. And you can tell he's getting real tired. So I kind of just bum rush him, shoot one last shot. I think we were within the last 10 seconds there, and he hits a nice Uchimata. I mean, I knew the risk there, but there was nothing else I could have done. I wanted to make at least a highlight reel. So I guess moral of the story, don't leave it up to the refs. I worked out some stuff and talked to some people to figure out how I could play differently to try to avoid some of those stall warnings and other options, but sometimes it happens.